So, Patrick, welcome to the Fat Cat Podcast.
Thank you, man. Thanks for having me on here. First time I'm doing something like this as well. Actually, I was really looking forward to doing more of this stuff as well. So yeah, let's see how it goes. Nice to meet you.
Awesome. Likewise, man.
Yeah.
So, tell me, what got you into bodybuilding?
Ooh, okay. To be honest, man, I've always been just growing up. I was always into sports, so I've always been the kind of bigger kid in the group in a way, in terms of playing football. I played Gaelic football as well back in the day. I just wanted to try everything. So I guess from there, I went into football. Didn't really work out basically, and I got an injury. I got an ankle injury, which led me into doing rehab and kind of brought me into the gym for the first time. And yeah, from there I was training, and around let's say 2018, you get to a stage where you're training with your friends, and it's like the newbie gains are coming in, and you're going in there and just lifting everything you see in the gym. So yeah, I got to that stage, and what brought me into bodybuilding, to kind of answer that question, is basically just naturally going away from football into the next thing that I was like passionate about, that my friends were doing, and yeah, I just loved training then, and it was something that was fairly easy for me having the sports background as well.
Okay. And did you miss football at the time when you got into the bodybuilding?
Yeah, I was still playing football. I still play here and there now. I do like a Saturday league with some of the kind of retired guys. I'm retired myself, I guess, but I like to keep fit still. Yeah, yeah. I did miss it, but I still I was still playing to somewhat.
Okay, awesome. Okay, and then when you transitioned into bodybuilding, what did your family think about it?
This is it. Yeah. I guess it was just something else that I was always doing. So I went from, I'm going to football every day, to I'm going to the gym, I'm going to the gym. So I think they were fine about it. I think when we talk about competitive bodybuilding now, I think they're different things, or they see it as different things. That's when they started. Okay, they had to grow into it to understand it. I have had to even grow into bodybuilding to understand it, and seeing you're up there posing. It's a weird thing to see as a newbie going into that. So they were fine with the gym, but with bodybuilding, I think that's when they start
Yeah,
getting the questions, and what are you doing here and there.
yeah. And for the audience, talk us through it now. From training in the gym to deciding to do your first show, what
Hmm.
transpired between the two? So from the gym to your first show, like what made you decide, oh, I want to compete one day, or I want to try do this thing? Talk us
Yeah.
through that.
Oh man, I think I have to give props of this to my coach Gav and my friend Gav. I think he's the main driver in this. So yeah, I met Gav at the gym. Animal Barbell is like a really old school. You might have heard of it actually. I know you're down in Roscommon, but maybe you would hear about it. It was real old school, like heavy metal, metal plates everywhere, and they're playing heavy metal in the gym. So you can imagine
Oh,
what it was
sick.
like. Very, very cool gym, man. Very, very cool gym. But that's where we were training. I met Gav. He was really close to Blessing as well, Blessing the Waldabu, and he just seen me, and he was like, we just started talking, and he said to me, "Yeah, listen, you need to compete." And this is what, 2018, I think, 2018, 2019. And yeah, I'd say he just kept pushing me. I tried to do a show then, but yeah, I was let's say bodybuilding was so new for me that I underestimated the amount of work that goes into doing a
Yeah,
prep, 12 weeks, and how you're gonna feel and so on. So I tried that prep, where I pulled out of that show. But yeah, 2023, then a couple of years later, Gav kept pushing on, and yeah, that's when I did my first show. So yeah, I think definitely it came from passion of just being a fan of bodybuilding. I was watching, the biggest guys, Ronnie Coleman, Blessing, Kai Green, the usual people. So I wanted to be like that. But in terms of the belief of, listen, dude, you can actually step up there, I think it really came from Gav. Yeah,
yeah.
owe that to Gav for sure.
Okay. And now, obviously, going into your first show, you obviously weren't aware of like how hectic the dieting was and
Yeah.
what went through your head at that point in time when you're like, oh shit, I'm 2 weeks out, I'm tired as
Yeah.
hell, I'm starving. What was going through your head at that point in time?
Gosh, yeah. I was just nervous, man. I think I was excited, and I was just really, really nervous. Like, what, 2 weeks out, 2023. I think Gav really believes in my potential, and I believe in my potential as well. But he kept me very relaxed in a way. I was doing the novice class. I didn't really put a lot of pressure on myself in terms of expectations. I just said to myself, listen, you need to go up there. You need to see if this is for you. And that's what Gav was doing as well. So, like, yeah, I was nervous, but I wasn't, because I didn't have those expectations. I didn't really, I didn't really feel low or feel bad during those last 2 weeks. I was definitely hungry. I think that's a given. You're always gonna feel, and you have to suffer a little bit in terms of your cardio, and yeah, you're on a caloric deficit and stuff like that. But yeah, the feeling was just excitement, nerves, my body, how I felt. I think I felt okay, but it wasn't like a crazy. Yeah, I don't remember it being really really like crazy for me to go through. If that makes sense.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Are you still working with Gav now?
Of course, yeah, yeah. He's one of my best friends, man. I don't see myself even moving from him. He's one of my best friends, and I think
Oh, fantastic. Yeah.
yeah,
I think it's always great when you build that relationship with your coach that you can feel comfortable enough that you can like stick around, like
mhm,
a lot of people, they'll continuously search for the Mr. or Mrs. Olympia plan, not realizing that,
yeah.
you know, you can go to the best coach in the world and he can have the Mr. Olympia plan, but if you guys are not gelling together, it's not going to work.
Facts, facts. Yeah, I agree with that, man. You need to have that understanding. I'm not an easy person to coach, and let's say from your experience as well, there's clients that you have that you need that bond for you to get the
Yeah.
best out of them, or for you to be as productive to them as well. And that's definitely what me and Gav have. We have a relationship that we can switch between the two. We trust each other and stuff.
Okay. And what category are you doing?
Open bodybuilding right now. So I was heavy light. Is that the right category? Yeah, like
Light
light
heavyweight.
heavyweight. I'm
Yeah.
saying it the wrong way around. A light heavyweight. Yeah, so under 90 kilos right now.
Okay. All right. And
Yourself?
when you
You've
start,
competed, right?
say that?
You've competed, right? Have you done a few shows before?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Nice. Nice. Still competing, or that's not
Well, actually, it's so weird that I'm being interviewed. So I
no.
competed last year, but I got injured in the process of the prep. But then I was just like, it was for a pro qualifier, and I was like, you know what? Because I was thinking of pulling out because of the injury, because I couldn't train properly at all. But I was like, you know what? If I sit out of this show and
Mm.
everybody looks shit on the day, and I could have won with a half a body, I would be fucking pissed. So I was like, let me go and rather just take my licking if they are really good.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I went, I got my ass handed to me. I think I placed the fourth in that show. Yeah.
Fourth.
And yeah, it's my first time out of the top three. It stung a little bit, but I mean, I went there. So what actually happened to me was I had a herniated disc. So my whole left side,
Yeah.
like I couldn't get any stimulation whatsoever. And I had that whole burning sensation in my arm and everything. So it was really bad, man. So I
Yeah.
couldn't even lift my arm up above my head. So the last 2 weeks before the show, instead of doing like one cardio session, one weight training session, I was actually doing two cardio sessions.
Yeah.
And then like 2 days before the show, I literally just got into the gym and just tried to get the best pump I possibly could. But in my head, I was just like, imagine you looking at the lineup that you missed and everybody just looks like, like they're off season and you'd be upset.
No, I understand that, man. And sometimes you just, once you've started as well, it's like you want to finish that and you want to push through in a way. So yeah, I understand that. But
Yeah.
geez, it's a
Yeah.
pull for pulling through, man. I think it's still a good result, even, fourth place. It's still really good. Top five.
Yeah. It's all right. It's my first time out of the top three in like 3 years or something like that there. So that annoyed me a little bit. But
Gotcha. Gotcha. Hmm.
okay, so but I'll see how next year goes because I've started like building again and like working towards it and stuff like that. There, I had too many distractions this year and stuff, but like I'm in a good spot now, and
Hmm.
body's responding really, really well. So I'm keen to see where it goes.
Awesome. Awesome.
Yeah,
We want to hear it. 2026. Let's go.
100%, man, 100%. And your plans for 2026? What have you got going on?
We were just talking about that yesterday, even. So we want to have a look at the schedule and see what shows are available. Like this year, I think I did 3 shows this year, and the prep actually started November last year. So I haven't really had like a proper, okay, let's do an off season, let's try and grow. It's been
Yeah.
like cutting weight and getting ready for this show and that show. So want to definitely do a few months of an off season in a way, and just pick on a few weaker points with shoulders, for example, lats. I want to give myself more time for conditioning as well. So yeah, we just need to see it's probably going to be late in the year, I would say. But we just need to see what the calendar looks like. So I'm not sure if that's out yet, or if we
All
can see
right.
what.
The
Yeah.
NPC one.
Yeah, it's going to be pro shows now, actually. So yeah, I'm not sure. I'm still learning the whole bodybuilding leagues and how it works and stuff. So yeah, we still need to speak with Cav about that, basically.
All right, nice, man. That's awesome. So you've got your pro card, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Talk about that. When did you get it, and what were you feeling at that point in time when they announced you as a pro?
yeah, man. I'll be honest. It was a dramatic. Yeah, it's a dramatic chain of events, to be honest. Because so I did two. There was two shows. So there was the Portugal show, EU Nutrition. That's an IVB Portugal show. That was the initial. Well, yeah, that was the initial show that I was really pushing for my pro card. I had lost one in the UK just before. I came third in my class for that one. But yeah, we just felt really confident for this Portugal show, and without maybe calling out, or I don't want to talk about the dude too much, or call him out too much. But I came second in the overall on in that show. Then we were like,
Story
yeah,
of my life.
man. I think twice or something I've come sort of second in an overall. So it's not that it hurts, but it's like you're so close and
Exactly.
so close to get there.
Yeah.
But yeah, and that's the reason. That's the reason why we said, listen, you're so close. You're in good shape. Next week, there's actually another show. You're probably going to be in, hopefully, in better shape in terms of your conditioning, sharpness. So Gav came across the show in Morocco, and we said, okay, listen, there's a pro show here. Let's go out there and do that show. So I've won the pro card in the Morocco show, but because the dude who won the pro card in the Portugal show with testing and stuff like that, he was stripped from that. So they gave me that title coming second in the overall. So yeah, that's what I say. It's a dramatic
Okay,
events here. Yeah,
that's awesome. Without getting into, okay, we'll talk about it off camera.
yeah.
So now you've won this pro card right there and then when they come to hand it to you. Like, what did you think? Like, did it hit you like, holy fuck, I'm a pro, or did it only hit you a couple of days later?
Yeah. I think it's still hitting me, man. I think it's still a weird thing to say because it's like there's a lot of people you look up to. There's some guys like I'm friends with, and I've always seen them as like, geez, this guy he's a pro bodybuilder. Can I ever get to that level? And yeah, ecstatic, man. I was just so ecstatic. I'm really like when I'm in a group of people, sometimes I wouldn't know how to. I think the video of me getting the card, I was just there like doing this. But in my head, man, I'm screaming. Like I was just literally so chuffed with it. I was so excited about it. Still out. Like it's crazy.
That's awesome, man. That's really good. Well done on that, man.
Thank
That's
you.
awesome. Right. So now you've got this pro card and you and Gav are chatting and he's talking about the pro shows now. No longer like, I'm gonna try and chase this. Like,
Yeah.
does that change the whole mindset altogether now with the training and your goals? Or is it still the same thing of like just being consistent and just stick to the same plan as I did to get the pro card?
Yeah. No, I think big time the my focus has definitely shifted a little bit. Um there's 1% that I think I can change in the way I approach things in my prep, in my diet, in my posing. Like I've improved throughout like every show I do, we see improve, whether that's in my training or in like figuring out how my body reacts to things. So definitely it's changed. And I think the biggest thing there is, yeah, just to get a little bit more, pay more attention to detail. I think it's going to be important at this stage now, because, you're competing with the pros now. You can guess things, but you can't really guess things, right? You need to know, okay, this is the plan. This is why you're doing it. So that's a big part of what I want to, really change for next year going forward.
Okay. And I suppose it'll only hit you once you're there, but like once you realize like you're standing among the pros, you're like, oh shit, like I'm actually here now. Like, do you
Yeah.
think you'll see yourself fanboying on stage?
I can't help that, man. Now I won't be able to help that. If I see, like, I've met a few people like Kai Greens and Ronnie's, and I can't. I'm trying to speak to them and have a normal conversation with these guys, and I just can't, like, because they're people you look up to. You're watching their videos all the time growing up, like. So I don't know if that will ever go. But the thing is, when we go onto that stage, when we hop onto that stage, it's every man for himself. That goes out the window, and I'm there to show the hard work that we're all put it in. And yeah, we can smile, we could be friends, but yeah, that has to go, right? I can't bring that onto the stage. I have to bring kind of I'm about to take this throne from you type of mentality, and that's what I want to try and do.
Awesome. I actually met William Bonac on two
Mm,
occasions. One
yeah.
was in 2019 when I was still a small little shit, and he asked me back then. This is quite funny. So he asked me back then, like, what could I recommend for like, because I'm originally from South Africa,
Mhm.
and he asked what I could recommend as like a South African dish. Now that
Uh-huh.
time I was taking the piss, so I just said a bunny chow. Okay, so
Okay.
um, basically, do you know what it is? A bunny chow.
I was hoping you would go on there. Yeah,
All
tell
right.
me.
Okay. So basically, it comes in two sizes. So
Uh-huh.
you get like so you take an unsliced loaf of bread, okay,
Mhm.
and it's either cut into a quarter. Well, actually, it's three sizes. You can get a half, or you can get a full loaf. What they
Okay.
do is they take the centerpiece out, okay,
Okay.
they put it on one side,
Yeah.
and then they fill the inside with some type of curry, whether it's like a chicken curry, mutton curry, or whatever. Okay. Then you
Mhm.
use the center bit to dip inside, like to dip with the gravy or to lift pieces of meat or potato or whatever's in the curry, right? So that time I told him a bunny chow. So he
Mhm.
went out and he got one, right? Roll on 2023 when I met him again. Okay. I did his show. It was my first time in the super heavyweight class. And it was funny because I just couldn't make weight. And I was like, it just didn't bother me. I was like, fuck it. I'm just going to be here, you know? But
Mhm.
that was that with regards to the heavyweight class. Anyway, so now uh, I had a chat with him and I was like, do you remember me? So he's like, you can see he's thinking and he's thinking. I'm like, do you remember the bunny child the last time he came to South Africa? And he's like, this is funny. So he's like, oh yes, I remember.
Yeah.
Well, what is these words? The quote you said it was the meat inside the cake. That's what he said it was.
Yeah. Nah,
Yeah.
I won't lie. That sounds lovely as well, man. I mean, it's a good description of what it sounds like. You know, someone who doesn't know the name would describe it, just meat in bread or in cake or something. But
Yeah.
it does sound lovely. I won't lie. I won't lie.
Let me show
Shakalaka.
you.
I have some South African friends. I really like shakalaka. You
Oh
know what?
yeah. Oh fuck. I love
Big
it, man, as well.
man. I tell you, all the dinners I always used to go to their house just to have shakalaka. Don't know what it is about that thing.
Okay, let me show you what it looks like. So,
Yeah.
okay, so you can see what it says here. The bunny chow is a popular and unique South African street food dish. Sorry, consisting of a hollowed out loaf of white bread filled with spicy curry. Okay, so
Right.
this is how it looks here.
Yeah. Nice. And so bunny chow, like, is there a reason why it's called bunny chow? Like, what is there a reason behind the name or a meaning behind the name?
No, that's just the slang name it got, eh? So,
Mm.
um, it's apparently it goes back to guys. Please don't murder me if I got the story fully like botched, okay? But it goes back to obviously when Indians were brought in as slaves into South Africa, and obviously
Mhm.
they only had bread and curry. So this is the concept that came up with.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Okay.
So yeah, but he
Yeah.
enjoyed it, which is cool, you know.
Yeah. I'm gonna
Were
see.
you born and raised in Ireland, or where are you from originally?
Yeah. No, I was born in Nigeria, Lagos, Nigeria. I lived in Lagos for about until I was about 8 years old, maybe 9 actually. Geez, I've lost my memory. But yeah, the rest I just grew up in Ireland. So we went from we lived in Westmead for a while, in Athlone, and then moved down to Beaumont, and now yeah, then we moved into Dublin. I was in Dublin from I'd say I was in Dublin. I've been in Dublin for what 14, 15 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where I grew up. But yeah, I mentioned it before. I live in Holland now. I live in Amsterdam, and I'm here just over 2.5 years. Yeah, that's the situation right now.
What took you out there?
Oh, I've just always wanted to be someone who lived somewhere else. I think I felt very enclosed in Ireland. You know, I felt very like, yeah. I just felt like I needed a new space. I had some friends who were out here, and I used to visit Eindhoven very often back in the day. A friend of mine lived out there, so I was like, naturally, the opportunity came because one of my other he was doing he got a job in pharma, and yeah, he was doing well, and just said to me, "Listen, man, why don't you just look into coming down here?" I was like, oh, "Okay, would
I've
you
got the
let me?"
good stuff. Come over.
Literally, it was literally like that. You know, he just said, "Just bring your stuff. You can stay at my place and figure things out, and if you like it, you stay." So I went on holidays once, and it seemed like I just went on holidays to his and just didn't come back. I ended up moving down. So yeah, that's what drove it.
Okay, fantastic. And is that where you want to be, or you still in that exploring stage where you want to see what other cities are out there?
Yeah, yeah. I think I'm just. I don't think I'll ever go out of that mindset. I'm just really curious about just different places. Initially, I wanted to live in France. Even I wanted to try and learn the language there and live out there. But yeah, I'd say Holland is definitely home for now. But if there's anything in the future, not in the near future anyway, but I'll definitely be looking at living somewhere else for
Okay.
sure.
And how is the bodybuilding culture that side, or how is the gym culture towards bodybuilding?
Oh, it's sick. It's sick. I think it's very similar to Ireland, actually. I think it's very, you have it's a tight community of people, and you'll know everyone, you know all the gyms and so on. I think, yeah, it's a very good community, very good community. I think maybe on the female side of things, there's a lot more like female competitive bodybuilders here than maybe in Ireland. But yeah, the likes of the guy, like the level here is crazy, man, as well. Like everyone is like, you don't see anyone going into shows not conditioned. You said you did the Bonac show before. Their conditioning is always on point and like
Yeah.
dice, and yeah, they mean business over here, man.
Okay. Sick. And would you say that there's a different, even though you did say it was a small community, would you say there's a difference in terms of the culture between Ireland and Holland with regards to fitness and lifestyle?
I'd say, yeah, maybe. I'd say here they have a lot more people are into fitness. It's a very flat country, so everyone's on bikes and they're very active here. Let's say
Yeah,
compared
I
to
remember that. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. That was the biggest thing I noticed when I first moved. I was just like, everyone is active here. More likely, you're going to every third person you meet is probably doing some sort of training, whether that's in just basic training, or they're doing competitive bodybuilding or padel or playing some sort of sport. So they take fitness very seriously here. Not to say Ireland doesn't. I just think it's maybe more part of like the everyday life here. Like every second, third person is doing something.
Oh, that's awesome. That's cool. Yeah. No, I mean, it's something I also noticed as well. As I noticed that I mean, actually, the bodybuilding scene is actually bigger in South Africa than it is up this side, you know. But at the
Okay.
same time, if I look around gyms here, there's like people you're like, holy shit, this person could get up on stage anytime, that kind of thing. Like, and you just wonder because like the people are really fucking strong here, hey? Like, I seen a dude skinny as a pencil, right? Hack squatting 3 plates each side, and I'm talking about ass to grass, man, and straight up. I was just like, what the fuck?
Yeah, yeah, that's the raw strengths down in Ireland. Yeah, man.
Yes, yeah.
No, I agree. I agree. But do you train? You train mostly in Roscommon, or have you been to like Dublin? Have you trained it in
I
Dublin?
actually train athlon at House Fitness.
House fitness. Okay, okay.
Yeah, yeah. I just feel it's like it's a nice, it feels like a bodybuilder's gym, it's got like all the Panada sports and Shure equipment and stuff like that there. So it's really good.
Nice, nice.
Plus the people there, they're great. They don't socialize for too long. So
Hmm.
it's cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know any gyms in Roscommon. Like, is there anything really good there? Like, I've only tried 2 gyms. So that one and Sheer Fitness in Berlin Slow, but that's very, very lifestyle.
Balance low. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Okay. No, I remember the name. No, I haven't trained down in Roscommon, man. So I don't know. I was talking more maybe Dublin, Newbridge. Maybe there's some down in Belfast even. But
Oh, I've trained in Belfast. I've trained in
yeah,
Belfast. Yeah. It's,
yeah.
what's it called now?
I'm trying to think of the name of one now as well. Jeez.
It's in the Conswater area. I don't want to say Pure. I don't think that's the right name for it. Better.
A better fit or something like that.
Yeah, yeah,
No, in fairness, Ireland, the gyms in Ireland have gotten like they're getting better and better to have that kind of classic for bodybuilders, especially the quality of machines. I think the level has definitely gone up. Like if I compare here to Ireland, it's actually pretty much in par,
yeah,
just maybe bigger in size or something like that. But in terms of quality of the gyms, very,
yeah.
very similar.
I'm keen to go try that. Is it called the Iron Kingdom? I heard it's really good.
Definitely go there. Michael owns that gym. I know Michael is. I go back with Michael. He let me train in that gym during COVID.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely try it out. They opened a new spot. I think it was this year they opened that new spot, and it's crazy. I think you'd see all the lights on Instagram and stuff like that, and the machines are very good there as well. So definitely check that out. Yeah,
Fuck, sounds sick.
definitely check
Okay.
that out.
Now, just to go back to your bodybuilding, right? With
Yeah.
regards to what would you say is the most tough part for you in terms of like, do you have an issue with muscle growth? Do you have an issue with conditioning? What is the like where you have to dig deep to nail it? What would you say it is?
Yeah, I think it's conditioning. I think if we talk about my physique, it'll be conditioning. And if I'm talking about like maybe prep wise, I'd say it's being consistent. Those are my two downfalls in a way. Conditioning wise, I think it's because yeah, I'm just I have to. Oh wow, I have to. Not that I don't underestimate a prep now, but because I'm still fairly new to doing like a full, 12 weeks of straight out, you're sticking to your rice and chicken, you're sticking to your asparagus, your broccoli, it's that's a difficult thing to do. So
Yeah,
just in general, I think black skin in a way, we just have thicker skin, or it's harder for black guys to get conditioned because we just have like an extra layer or something like that. I don't know what it is. That sounds like an excuse now. I should just do more cardio. But no, that's definitely the hardest part in my physique. It's just getting my
your quads are
condition.
sick, dude.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's the strength. That's my strength. If I would say a weakness, conditioning, strength, I would say definitely quads. Yeah,
The quads.
legs.
All right.
Yeah, that's the Portugal show there actually. Yeah, this was the kind of introduction. Yeah,
Let everybody see what you look like.
fun times. Ah, such a cool show, and there was a lot of people at the show as well. Actually, it was actually a very well run show, and the competitors there were sick. Like, yeah, a very competitive show. I thought it was really cool.
All right, that's cool. No, that conditioning looked really, really good there, man, and crazy set of legs on you.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Yeah, it's getting better. It's getting better. And like I said,
Yeah,
next year, just make sure that every inch is covered. I don't want to leave any stone unturned, as they say.
100%. Okay, and have you got any advice that you'd want to give people coming into sport for the first time, newbies that like come to you and be like, "Hey, Pat, look, I want to get into bodybuilding. Can you give me some advice?" What would you give them?
Wow. Yeah, I'd say what's really helped me is having Gav. I have to be honest. So I'd say just making sure that you have a set of eyes that you can trust. A set of eyes that knows what they're talking about in terms of your coach. Be a fan. Yeah, be a fan. Go out to the shows. Feel that energy of being a bodybuilder and the atmosphere at shows. And just be open to learn as much as you can, man. Don't be afraid. Like there's a gym I used to train up here in Rotterdam, a place called Fox Gym, and there's a guy. I think I learned so much from this dude just from training with him for a few months. Yeah, don't be afraid to just go up to someone. You never know; they're going to be open to help. Don't you see all the videos of the bro workouts and lifting crazy stuff and doing mad exercises. Just go and ask someone. Just go and ask someone. They'll be more than happy. You never know, but they should be more than happy to kind of explain. This is what you do to hit this muscle group and so on. And yeah, that would be my advice. Just don't be afraid to ask questions. Go to shows and be a fan. Be a fan.
Yeah, awesome, man. And
Yeah.
with regards to like your diet and stuff like that, would you say like what's the approach to your diet? Like, is it one of those like do you like slowly decrease calories along the way, or is it like a do you drop calories off quite hard at the beginning and then pace yourself along the way, or do you just drop off at the end?
Yeah,
Like,
man. Yeah. Sorry.
yeah,
No, I was going to say, and this is another reason why I really appreciate having Gav, because if I explained the way I do my diet or the way I go into a prep to someone else, I think they'll probably wonder, like, what are you doing? But it's just the way I react. It's just the way my body reacts to things. So I think so last year, and it's not necessarily right as well. It's just experimented. I'm still early in this game, so I was experimenting with things and seeing how my body reacted. But like last year, what I did was my diet was yeah, conditioning was a big thing for me. And in my head, and it's not the right thing to do in a sense, but in my head, I was like, okay, to lose body fat, you need to be in a caloric deficit. You need to be, burning calories. So I was literally just having, I stopped eating meat even. I stopped eating cow, just having fish all the time, just salmon, asparagus, tuna, and that was the way I was like, okay, you need to go extreme and you need to get yourself in bloody shape because that's the thing that everyone says about me. My conditioning is always off. But yeah, that was we figured, and thanks to Gav as well, he understood that like that wasn't the case. That's you need to get. It's like he gave me a perfect example, like a fireplace, right? You need to be feeding your metabolism consistently to keep the fire burning, so you're
Yeah.
consistently burning the fat. So yeah, I switched that up. I started eating more. Actually, I started eating more foods, which helped me to lose more body fat, which was it's a bit to someone who's not in it in the sport, maybe it's weird to understand. But yeah, I was eating more. I was eating maybe 3 or 4 times per day. I'd say I was around maybe 23, 24, maybe max 2,500 calories or something like that over 4 meals. Um, so I ate into the show, and then for like peak week, we would. So for this last show now, we learned from previous shows. I don't need much carbs to kind of fill up or to harden up and so on. So we actually didn't do any carbs going into this Morocco show. It was just chicken, salads, chicken. Kept up my electrolytes. Kept up with some dandelion root to flush out and to kind of harden out a little bit. So we take it show by show. I've been taking it show by show and just like learning, and that's how I've done it.
No, 100%. That's what I was going to say. It's just with the caveat of obviously that it's different from show to show. So you can't just copy this method from your first show and just try and apply it all the way to the top, you know?
Nah,
I mean, few things stick around. Like, yes, I need to reduce calories, or yes, I need to do cardio, but like the whole method from show to show always changes.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, body reacts differently to different things. Like I react very well with fats. I react very well with having high fats, low carb, high protein. So
Yeah.
that can change in another prep. I might have to switch that around, and it's just about experimenting, like you said.
And what's your favorite source of fats?
Oh man, I have a guilty pleasure for. I love avocados when I'm in prep. I love peanut butter. Man, like I was just rice cakes and peanut butter was probably one of my favorite meals during this prep. Nuts like cashews. I was having a lot of cashews there. So it's kind of like dense stuff, maybe except the avocado, like high dense fats in a way. Yeah, that's my go-to for sure.
Yeah, I think peanut butter is everybody's poison, man. I think anybody that's competing, peanut butter is like that lifesaver, that like revitalizes you during your prep,
Oh, it was
But
ridiculous.
you know what I really, really enjoy? And it became, it's crazy. First, it was macadamia oil. The first time
Okay.
I tasted this thing on my food, I was like, what the fuck? And I was like, I want this on every meal, you know?
What would you put it on?
What's that?
What would you make it with? Just your normal the proteins and stuff, or what would you cook with that?
Yeah, I would just throw it over my rice, mushrooms
Okay.
and steak or whatever it is, or potatoes and steak,
Yeah.
or I eat a lot of venison during prep. I mean, obviously I haven't found it here yet, but I
Mm-hmm.
continue to search for it.
Mm-hmm.
But in South Africa, I was eating quite a bit of venison. For some reason, I just responded to red meat very well. So even during preps, that's pretty much, I was doing like 6 red meals a day,
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, because I found that the leaner I got, best to digest chicken a little bit. And then the fish story, man, like it's a weird war I'm having with myself. It's like every prep, I'm like, I'm going to eat fish for this prep, And I mean it. This time I'm going to bring a condition and you're never going to see. Then
Yeah.
I start the prep and then 2 weeks go by. I'm like, no, next week I'm going to start it. I'm serious this time. I'm going to start the fish. The following week goes by. Before I knew it, I'm at the show and I haven't touched fish once.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not the most pleasant meal, right? It's very plain, and it's. What would you go for, salmon usually, or do you like white fish or?
Well, since I started working with a coach, with like my previous coach that I was working with, we never ever used a lot of fish for me. Like I said, once we discovered that the red meat works for me.
Yeah.
But I'd have salmon, a little bit of salmon in the off season. I don't remember much of it during prep. And the only time I really ate fish is when I was in off season, like when I'm in the mood for it and I want it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But prior to that, using it in a prep was just like in my novice days when I was still like trying to figure out, how this thing works. I
Yeah.
remember I was in a
That's
bus
that with
trip
me.
to was like my first time going to our nationals in South Africa. And there was a dude sitting next to me on the bus. And I opened my container and I had fish in it and he had chicken in his. Now we were confused now. So we actually swapped lunch tins.
Okay.
Yeah,
Nah. Nah. I think it can help some people, but yeah, if you have something that's working, why change it? But
exactly.
Yeah, yeah. I think fish is like a if you want like a low cal option, maybe high protein, your omegas is in there. It's
Yeah.
difficult to do consistently. Like imagine eating white fish every day for bloody 10.
Hey, some people are crazy enough to do it, man.
Yep, yep. That's something I tried. I was even imagine tuna. Imagine eating tuna cans for
Fuck.
10
No,
weeks, man.
man.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. That's the stage I was at. Not maybe not that long, but yeah, yeah. I tried it. At least you have to try it once. Yeah, at
It's
least I
so
could.
dry though, man. It's like all sticks inside the side of your mouth here and everything, and it's
Oh,
just like,
stop, stop. It was so bad. It was so bad. But honestly, I don't know. The way you get into prep and you just start craving or liking weird shit. Like you start like the macadamia oil for you, the rice cake. I know rice cakes and peanut butter is very general. A lot of people fall to that. But mine was fish. I just started liking, I was just like craving tuna and I was craving like just, like with the tomato sauce inside of it. Sometimes I'll get those ones, and it gives it a
oh, the
little
pilchards.
exactly.
Bro, pilchards are amazing.
So there's ways you can go around it and make it work and make it nice. But it's
Yeah.
just things I was craving, man. I started craving it, but like thinking back on it now, God, yeah, nah, I don't think I'll be doing that again.
I don't I don't know if you guys have it in Nigeria, but in South Africa we have it. It's like using mealie meal, but it's almost like what you call pap, okay? Where it's like quite thick. I think you guys do have it. Yeah.
It's wait, maybe I have to
It's made from mealie meal. Let me just check quickly what it's called. Let's just see.
because pop. I'm thinking maybe the Americans. That's reminding me of a drink, some sort of like a soda or something. But no, I'm guessing this is obviously like some sort of fish or something, is it?
I'll just check it up now.
Hmm.
But it's basically using when it's corn is in flour form.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys also call it pap. Mealie meal is often sorry, let me share this. Akamu, ogi, or pap.
Oh, Akamu. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, Akamu is we call so maybe on the Lagos side of things, I'm Igbo. We would call it Akamu. I know it's like a come on, of course.
This with pilchards, dude. I promise you. It's
Oh, and
amazing.
this specific one, I'm pretty sure that's a goosey soup that was in that picture there. That's my egusi soup. If I'm ever angry, if I'm ever whatever mood I'm in, bring that in
Yeah.
front of me, and I'm a completely different person. Man. I love that.
Awesome. It's awesome. It's quite crazy how the certain foods around the world are all like similar but like different names.
Yeah, literally. Yeah, we'll call that akamu. We can call it fufu, maybe panda jam, all that sort of thing. It's tastes amazing.
Yeah, so that's one of our like popular local dishes is like that with the pilchards and chakalaka, funny enough.
Shakalaka,
Yeah.
yes, my go-to.
Oh man, it's amazing. Love it with everything.
I need to try it. It's like you guys usually. Well, no, I used to go like they'll have birthdays and they'll have like Christmas dinners and stuff, and that's when my friends would make it. But I'm not. Is it just big events like that it's made, or it's like an everyday? It's an everyday thing.
Whenever you want it. It's quick to make and it's easy to make. It doesn't even take like it's less than 10 minutes. So you
That's
can
I
whip
don't
it
know.
up faster than you do make your other
Yeah,
meal. So yeah.
yeah, yeah. It's I don't know the spiciness of it, or maybe the person who made it, just how she was making it. I just fell in love with that thing, man. I don't know what it
Hmm.
is.
I wonder if we should go on our Christmas table this year. You put a seed in my head, man.
Definitely put some shakalaka in there, man, and the bunny chow and the bunny chow as well. Maybe
Oh no, I'm not gonna that I have to be in the mood for, funny enough. Like
I want to try that. I want to try that.
it'd be awesome. So are you spending Christmas that side or are you coming back this side to visit is your whole family there or are they still here?
Yeah, no. So we're kind of scattered. Like my sisters live in England. My parents still live in Ireland. But we're all so Christmas. No, I won't be. I wish I was hoping to actually make it back, but it's just a bit too late now, and flights and
Yeah.
things are hectic,
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Yeah, so we're just gonna meet in Jan. We'll celebrate New Year's together probably, and yeah, we'll all come together then.
Okay, awesome. And how do your sisters find the whole you doing bodybuilding?
Oh man, little sisters. You should see the videos. They're always mocking me of like and it's a cool thing. I like it. They're always
Yeah,
like, "Who am I? This is part of you. Well, look at this pose and look at that pose." So it's a
that's
funny
cool.
topic. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a funny topic for sure. But now they like it. They're supportive of it now as well a bit more. That they're seeing, oh, okay, this guy's actually kind of good at it, and it's not just I'm just at the gym all the time now. I'm actually taking it serious to try and build something. So yeah, they're very supportive of it right now.
Okay, awesome. So now, where does Pat see himself in the next 5 years in bodybuilding,
Hmm.
career, and family?
Wow, yeah, bodybuilding. I think, geez, the sky's the limit right now because I just want to. I feel like I still have a lot to give. Well, I've only could done a few shows. I only started in 2023, but I mean, like in terms of the potential that myself, Gav, and people around me that they see in my physique, I think there's a long way that I can go. So I really want to push myself. Next year is the first step of doing a pro show, and yeah, I really want to push myself in bodybuilding. If I can get to the very top, happy days, But I definitely want to just do my best and come out of it saying that I gave it a good go. Because yeah, I wanted to be a football player, and this is my next thing now. So I want to make it work, and I'm passionate about it. Um, Career wise, I'm out. Yeah, in terms of the coaching side of things, that's also something I want to really focus on and push more, and kind of have more of a identity in a way. I've been slowly building that, but yeah, I'm sure you know yourself in terms of like setting up on your Instagrams and setting up your whole process. That can take some time to figure out something you want to stick to. So next year, that's definitely a big focus for me. And then together with my work outside of the gym, and then family wise, yeah, I'm closer to 30, and I'm 29. I'll be 29 next year. So of course, I'm thinking of where am I going to live? How I want to structure myself in terms of family, and yeah, I think I definitely see myself being a bit more of a family person, and traveling and stuff like that with my family as well in the next 5 years. So yeah, fingers crossed. That's the
Would you let your kids do bodybuilding one day?
Yeah, I think I
You,
will. Yeah. Yeah, why not? If they like it, definitely, definitely. I think it's a man. It's such a cool sport, man, and it teaches you so much. Just not even in only in the gym. Outside of the gym, it's teaching you so much in terms of how you can apply yourself, and just having that confidence in yourself, having a goal that you can chase, and especially if I have a son, I think, yeah, definitely the gym is somewhere that you need. Men always needs to chase something. You always need to have a goal, and keeping yourself busy. So easiest way to do that is by being in the gym. So definitely I'd push for that if there's nothing else,
yeah, I always find like I mean, everybody goes through it. You know, moments in life when like life goes to shit and everything just goes wrong all at once. I always find that as long as I'm training, everything just seems to fall back into place.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah.
It's
It's
like
so
just stick to your diet, stick to your training, and then everything else seems to just line up again and continue.
Mhm.
The train just continues.
Exactly. Exactly. And to touch on that, because it's you and your mind. Well, when you're in the gym, it's you and you're in your head, and it's helping you get over those maybe tough thoughts or those negative thoughts that you're having, and you're like working through that, and you're like, yeah, come on, I need to get that extra rep, and then you just transfer that into your life. So yeah, definitely, it helps in every moment. It helps.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Thanks, man. Thank you for coming. I just want to do some rapid fire questions. I always get the guests to do with this at the end. So I'm just going to shoot off. Don't overthink it. Don't anything. Just whatever pops in your head, you just
You're
answer
talking
it.
to a big overthinker here, but yeah, no, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go.
It's quick. It's like quick one word, man, answers. So it's
Okay.
all right. Okay.
Yeah.
So, all right, I'll go for it. Okay. So, beef or chicken?
Beef. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, I said beef.
Okay. Beef or fish?
Beef. Now beef.
Okay. Spoon or fork?
Spoon.
Favorite cheat meal?
Egusi soup and pounded yam.
Okay. All right. Favorite movie?
Anything Marvel. Anything Marvel.
Really?
Infinity War probably. Oh, yeah, I'm a big nerd, man. Yeah, I love Marvel.
Like,
No, you're not a big fan.
so I'll be honest with you. Okay. I love the comics. I actually collect the comics. Like, I have like fucking 4 crates full of comics, man.
You need to
And
give me some of
yeah,
them. I want to read some of them.
oh, you're welcome to, man. And I absolutely love the characters. I've got the video games of them and everything like that. But for some reason, like, the movies always piss me off in some way, shape, or form. It's like, I don't know if it's just like the OCD in me or like the fanboy in me, but it's just like, this is not how it fucking goes in the comics. So it bothers me a bit.
No, I get that. I get that. And yeah, comics. If you read the comics, you're like really deep into yeah, they have to translate different things in the movie side of things. So I get that.
Yeah, yeah. No, no, I'm aware of that they adjusted obviously for the audience and like changed things a little bit, but like I don't know. It's quite strange. Like I remember do you remember when Iron Man 3 came out?
Uh huh.
I remember sitting in the cinema and this bunch of like guys behind me, there must have been about 6 or 7 of them.
Mm.
And I can't believe I fucking said 6 or 7. But they all stood up and walked out. And I was like, what's going on here? And then one guy was like, they're just upset because the movie's not like how the comics are. I was like, wow, okay.
Uh,
Some people take it more serious than me. At least I'll see it to the end.
oh yeah, no, and it's not that every movie is as good as well. Don't get me wrong. There's some of them that is like, what are you guys doing here? Like, make this a bit more exciting. Like, especially the new stuff. I felt that way with Iron Man 3 as well. I won't lie to you, but yeah, just take the entertainment side of it too. You don't have to walk out of the movie, but
Yeah,
definitely favorite movies would be Marvel stuff.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
you?
did enjoy Infinity War, and I enjoyed the Spider-Man movies. I've liked them, even
Yeah.
though it's not all 100%. I did like them.
Mhm.
I think
That's
the only one I'd probably never watch again is probably the Wolverine vs. Deadpool. But
okay.
the rest
I'm
I could.
I'm surprised about that one. I kind of it took a second to grow into it. There was some it was a weird atmosphere in terms of how the personalities of some characters of Deadpool, but
Yeah.
it grew on me. It grew on me. I won't lie. I ended up liking it eventually.
And I've still yet to watch Silver Surfer. And I want to, but I'm also kind of dreading it because of this whole, like, Hollywood pushing this whole girl boss Western culture shit instead of just like,
Hmm.
just let it be, man. Let it be. There's nothing wrong with male heroes. Like, they're still cool, you know?
Yeah, yeah. Just be raw with it. Just be raw with it. How it was. No, I get that. I get that.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, we digressed there. Okay. Right. Favorite song of all time.
Favorite song? Oh, it'll be a Lil Wayne song. I'm gonna pick Lil Wayne because he's my favorite artist.
Okay.
Jeez, what would be a favorite song? Damn, I can't say a favorite song, man. I've been listening to "How to Love" by Lil Wayne recently. I think that's one of his really good songs. The song with him, Drake, Kanye West, what was it called? Forever or something. Yeah, I think that's called Forever. That was really good. Jeez, I don't have a favorite song, man.
They're all
I can
very
sing
good.
like
I battle to myself, man.
that. What would
Okay.
you? Yeah, yeah.
Fingers for toes or toes for fingers?
I know it's quick fire, but I have to think about this. Like, wow, what would I be using it? Fingers for toes or toes for fingers? Nah, nah. Wait, no, fingers for toes. Because I need my hands to, I need my, like, if I'm in the gym, I still need these. I still need these
Yeah,
to,
I think, yeah, I'd
right?
also probably go the same. I mean, plus also, how cool would it be, man? Like if you had like four hands, you know?
Or, nah, yeah, definitely fingers are the fingers for toes. I'll go with that.
Yeah. Okay. And would you rather, right, actually, let me not ask this one. No, let me not. Like, sorry,
I'm curious.
yeah, it's a bit rough. Let me not.
Okay, okay.
I'll edit that part out. It's just sometimes the fans put some really rough shit, man. It's just like they got like no control.
Nah, nah, not fair, fair.
Yeah. But all right, man. Thank you very much for giving me your time and coming on.
Yeah, pleasure,
And
man.
yeah,
Pleasure.
hopefully we can do this again either before or after your pro debut.
Pleasure. Yeah, and next year we might go down. Let's try and go down to Michael's. Go down to Iron Kingdom. That'll be cool.
Yeah, let's do it, man. Yeah, 100%. Hit me up whenever you're in Ireland again.
Awesome, awesome. Yeah, thank you, man.
Awesome, man. Thank you.
Cheers.